Now you. Okay, bye. Jesus. We have to.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning. My name is Bronwyn Slack, and I'm the program coordinator of library media for Pinellas County Schools. And I want to welcome all of our teams here today to our Boys Read Final Battle. I also want to recognize our school board chair, Laura Hine, and school board member Lisa Kane, who are in attendance with us this morning. Before we get started, we do have a few messages for not only our teams and schools that are here today, but also our families, as well as anyone who is watching this live stream. And now I want to give the microphone over to Ellen Truskowski, who's the Director of Student Demographics, Assignment, and School Capacity.
Thank you so much. Good morning. So we want to welcome you today to the exciting event. It's an absolute honor to be able to have you all here to celebrate an inspiring day that's all about reading, learning, and creativity, and a little friendly competition added in. We want to extend our heartfelt thanks to the sponsors who helped make this possible. The Pinellas Education Foundation has always been one of the forefront of creating meaningful change, and today's competition is a shining example of that commitment. Since its creation in 2013, the Foundation's Closing the Gap Committee works to support teachers and provide engaging student opportunities to narrow and eliminate gender achievement gaps in literacy. Before we get started, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to some of the important people who helped make this possible. So from the Pinellas County Education Foundation, we're thrilled to welcome Chief Program Officer Lisa Fasting, Chief Communications Officer Kate Smith. A special thank you to Jose Guevara and Raquel Reyes from the Suncoast Credit Union, as well as our other generous sponsors at Transamerica and Valley Bank. Your dedication to education and literacy has truly made an impact, and we're grateful for your support. So let's take a little closer look at why we're here today. So the Boys Read Battle began in 2020 as a creative way to spark a love of reading with boys, combining the thrill of competition and the joy of books. By tapping into the natural excitement of friendly rivalry, the initiative challenges participants to showcase their reading and comprehension skills across a diverse selection of books. What started as a small competition among 10 schools has grown into something extraordinary. In 2022, we opened it up to all elementary schools. And last year, the Student Experiences Library Media team expanded it to high school with a Guys Read competition, and this year, taking it to new heights with the addition of Guys Read Middle School. A huge thanks goes to Bronwyn Slack and her team for their passion and vision in transforming this program into what it is today, an event that truly celebrates the power of reading. For each of today's participants, welcome. We're so excited to see you showcase your skills and teamwork. This is your moment to shine. To the parents, school sponsors, and everyone cheering from the sidelines, thank you for being a part of this special day. So together, let's celebrate the magic of books and the joy they bring to our lives. Here's to making this event unforgettable. Good luck to all, and let the battle begin.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Truskowski and all of our sponsors. We are getting ready to start. I want to introduce today's game host. It's Mr. Michael Feeney. He's our Executive Director of Elementary Education for Pinellas County Schools.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. How are we doing today? We ready? Yeah. All right. So my name is Michael Feeney. I'm the Executive Director of Elementary Education for Pinellas County Schools. I'm excited to be your host today. Before we get started, and again, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you for everyone who's here. But I want to do a special thanks to our teachers, our media specialists, our sponsors. So if you go stand up for a second, please, if you're a sponsor. We appreciate everything that you've done because we wouldn't be here today without you. So thank you all for the work that you put in and the support that you've given these young men. So welcome to our Boys Read Final Battle. Congratulations to the schools who have made it to today's battle, and you're here to compete for our district winner this year. This program has grown over the years. In order to be here today, and as I was talking to you, some of you didn't realize this, each one of you had to win your heat to be here. We had over 60 teams. And so this is our final 10. So congratulations to you. We're really excited for this. As you did hear today, the Boys Read is a collaborative effort and is supported by the Office of Student Assignment, the Office of Student Experience, our Elementary Education Department, and the Pinellas Education Foundation. This program is tailored to provide engaging literacy experiences for boys in grades 3 through 5 as part of our district closing the gender gap. Before we begin our battle, I want to thank again all of our sponsors, and you'll see the logos up here on the screen. So the following schools are with us here today. When I call your name, just give us a silent wave. All right. From Bardmore Elementary, we have the Bardmore Bulldogs. From Curtis Fundamental, we have the Curtis Cougars. From Frontier Elementary, we have the Swift Inventors. From Lake St. George, we have the Book Drones. From Lila Davis, we have the Book Bros. From Ozona Elementary, we have Dewey Decimal Diggers. From Skycrest Elementary, we have the Eagles. From Ridgecrest Elementary, we have the Ridgecrest Rads. From Sutherland Elementary, we have Boys Rule Readers. And last but not least, from Tarpon Springs Elementary, we have the Reading Boys, or as they call themselves, TRB. So I will be serving as our game host, and we'd like to go over a few things before we get started. Most importantly, have fun today. You've already won just by being here, so congratulations again. You've worked hard to be here, and while there can only be one winner, we want all of our teams to have fun today. For each question, I will read the question and all the answer choices before your team can select an answer. Once the timer starts, you will have 60 seconds to answer. Do not rush. Teams who take their time to answer correctly the first time get the most points. So whether you answer in 5 seconds or in 50 seconds, you get the same amount of points on your first try. Then you get a second try, and you get a third try, and the points deduct. So take your time, try to get it right your very first time, but don't give up, okay? There are 12 questions in today's battle. Each team will get the opportunity to defend the correct answer one time with text evidence and the opportunity to earn bonus points. I will let each team know when they will be asked to defend with text evidence. I will model providing text evidence for the first 2 questions since you didn't do this in your first round battle, okay? When providing your text evidence, please make sure to say the page number where the evidence is located, the specific direct quote from the text as evidenced by the correct answer. Usually this is only 1 or 2 sentences, so please don't read the whole page, okay? It's usually just 1 or 2 sentences at most. That's it. You do not need to elaborate or explain why the evidence is correct. Make sure to pick the best evidence to support your answer. There is only one correct piece of evidence for each question. Remember to work together, take your time, and most importantly, have fun. Who's ready to battle? I like it. All right, take a deep breath. Shake it out a little bit. I know we're anxious. We're a little bit nervous. We've been looking forward to this. We ready to go? So again, keep in mind, I will read to you each question. all the answer choices, then you'll answer. For the first two questions, I will model how to provide text evidence, and then we'll go from there. Sound good? All right. I think we're ready.
Ready, set, go.
The text on page 14 of Zion Unmatched is an example of which literary device? Symbolism, simile, metaphor, or foreshadowing? Thirty seconds. Fifteen seconds. So the correct answer is simile. If I had to provide text evidence to that, this is the way you would do it. Page 14, like driving a car without back tires. Okay? Just a reminder, if I can hear you saying the answers from up here, they can probably hear you as well, right? So try to whisper to each other so that your competition doesn't hear what you're saying. All right. Here's where we are after round one, or after question one. Question 2. On pages 197 to 201 in Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library, the graphic novel, what word best describes the clues the teams were finding? Audio, verbal, context, or visual? Thirty seconds. The correct answer is visual. And again, if I was providing text evidence, I would say on page 199 to 200, bottom panel on page 199 and top panel on page 200, showing Charles looking at the rebus puzzle clues, okay? So as we go into question 3, keep in mind, all of you are going to answer the question, and then we'll start defending. And so, Bardmore, you will, after I say the correct answer, you'll share your text evidence with us, okay? All right. Here's where we are after two questions. Question 3. At the beginning of chapter 12, in Future Hero, Race to the Fire Mountain, Jarrell's feelings can best be described as worried, hopeless, confident, or afraid. Thirty seconds. 10 seconds. The correct answer was hopeless. Bardmore, you're now on the clock to defend your answer.
It's on him. Something wet rolled down Gerald's face. Something wet rolled down Gerald's face. He couldn't tell if it was sweat or tears.
So unfortunately, that is not correct. The text evidence that I was looking for is on page 125, second paragraph. Around him were hyenas and painted wolves battled on, and it was all for nothing. All right, here's where we are after question 3. We're getting a little tighter now. All right, moving on to question 4. On page 132 to 134 of Future Heroes, Race to Fire Mountain, based on our text, Jarrell's ultimate reason for wanting to return to Yafrika is he missed the feeling of the staff of Kundi, he missed the way it made him feel, he wanted to complete his quest, or he missed Chanel in Kamisi. Thirty seconds. Okay. Okay. The correct answer is he missed the way it made him feel. Curtis, you guys are on the clock for defending your answer. Bless you. Are you ready to defend?
Which one? Wait, show me the sentence. Okay. He was back in his school clothes, but he felt different.
That is incorrect. The answer that I was looking for is on page 134, the last line. He would be a hero. So here's where we are after 4 questions. Keeping in mind we're going this way, so Frontier, you're next to defend, okay? All right, next question. On page 225 to 226 of Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library, the graphic novel, based on our text, what word best describes how Kyle reacts to what Akemi says? Regretful, humbled, dismissive, or defensive? Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer is humbled. All right, Frontier Elementary, when you're ready to defend.
I'm sorry, Akimi. I should have listened to you.
On page,
226.
that is correct. On page 226, top left panel, I'm sorry, Kimi, I should have listened to you. All right, Lake St. George, you're next to defend on the next question. Let's see where we are. After 5 questions, a lot of game left. Question number 6. Based on what we read on page 236 and 237 in Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library, the graphic novel, how is Charles feeling when Mr. Lemoncello addresses his behavior? He is feeling uneasy, he is feeling confident, he is feeling energetic, and he is feeling unhappy. And 30 seconds. The correct answer is he is feeling uneasy. Lake St. George, when you're ready.
Page 237, top panel. Charles goes, but.
That is correct. Thank you. Page 237, top right panel with but. All right, here's where we are. It's getting really tight now. All right, we're halfway there. Question number 7. On pages 203 to 204 of the Lost Library, what was the most important reason for Mortimer to give his speech, given our text? To let Al know that the mice enjoy apples and cheese, he misses his sister Petunia, to make amends, or to say the mice were responsible for the fire. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer is to make amends. Lila Davis, you're on the clock to defend this.
On page 204, Mortimer says it was an accident. I'm sorry.
That is correct. What we're looking for is on page 204 near the top. It was an accident. I'm sorry. So sorry, as Hart said. All right, just so you know, now we're coming back to the front to defend. So you guys are next, right? So Ozona, you'll be up next to defend the next question. Question number 8. In Al's epilogue on page 213 of the Lost Library, How much did the old library and new library have in common based on our text? The two libraries had nothing in common. The two libraries had a lot in common. The two libraries were the same. The two libraries had very little in common. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer is the two libraries had very little in common. All right, Ozona, you're on the clock to defend.
In Al's epilogue, the top, on page 232, all that the two buildings had in common, the book club on Wednesday.
I'm sorry, but that is incorrect. What I was looking for is on page 213, the first sentence. The new Martinville Library stood on the footprint of the old one, but that was all the two buildings had in common. So let's see where we are after 8 questions. All right, the book drones are slightly ahead, but still lots of questions left. All right, Skycrest, you're going to be next to defend, and here's our next question. In chapter 14 of Tom Swift, The Drone Pursuit, based on our text, what does Mr. Jacob Walkman on page 120 symbolize? The evolution of technology, the student's misunderstanding, Mr. Jacob's nostalgia for the past, the importance of physical media. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer is the student's misunderstanding. Skycrest, you're on the clock to defend.
First of all, those tickets were supposed to be a surprise.
So I'm sorry, that is incorrect. What I was looking for is on page 120 on the bottom of the page. You know, I was sitting in a room full of actual geniuses in one of the most advanced schools in the country. And I don't think any of us understood a word of what was said. So where are we after 9? Book drones are still slightly ahead, but it's a very close race still. All right, so next, Ridgecrest, you're going to be defending this one, and here's our next question. In chapter 15 of Tom Swift, The Drone Pursuit, based on what we read on pages 126 to 129, which of the following activities is Sam most likely to do? Take a break and relax, create a new dating app, seek feedback on her latest invention, start a new project immediately. 15 seconds. The correct answer is seek feedback on her latest invention. All right, Ridgecrest, you're on the clock. Ridgecrest, are you ready to defend?
No, not really.
I'll give you. I like your honesty. I'll give you 10 more seconds.
10 more seconds. Dude, go. Sorry, this is my book. I didn't read this book.
Frick, we're cooked.
Ridgecrest? All right. I'm going to have to count that as an incorrect answer. But what I'm looking for is on page 129, the middle of the page, where it says, "What did you think?" So here's where we are with 2 more questions to go. I will ask on these last 2, when you get the answer correct, try to sit quietly while everybody else still thinking. All right, question 11. Based on what we read on page 130 in chapter 15 of Tom Swift, The Drone Pursuit, which phrase best describes Tom's feeling? Tom feels his punishment is difficult but holds it in perspective. Tom feels relieved and accepts his punishment. Tom is excited and thinks the punishment is a challenge, or Tom feels frustrated and believes his punishment is unfair.
Should I do 3?
Just under 30 seconds.
Let's do 6, 7, 8, and tell us.
The correct answer is Tom feels his punishment is difficult but holds it in perspective. Sutherland, you're on the clock to defend.
It was a lot. It was a lot of work, but as a punishment, it could have been worse.
On page,
130.
that is correct. On page 130 at the bottom, it was a lot of work, but as punishment goes, it could have been worse. All right, here's our final question. Final question. In Zion Unmatched on page 9, based on the text, Zion and Jim Thorpe are mostly opposite, identical, different, or similar. Thirty seconds. $15. So the correct answer is similar. Tarpon Springs Elementary, you are on the clock to defend.
Consider me Jim Thorpe without legs with the passion of Malcolm X and the backbeat of Louis Armstrong.
On page?
9.
That is correct. What I was looking for is on page 9, consider me Jim Thorpe without legs. So, take a deep breath. We have people in the back who are tallying up some scores. I want to give everyone, all the gentlemen here, a round of applause. They did an amazing job today. I also want to remind you that each one of you are winners in multiple ways, right? Not only did you win your heat to be here today, but you're a little bit smarter today because you just read 5 books, right? And so hopefully this continues your passion of reading. I love reading, and I know I was talking to all of you today. Hold up your favorite book today. Whatever your favorite book was, hold up your favorite book. So I read these books as well, and this was my favorite book, as I told all of you today. So the great thing is there's all kinds of books here, and all of us have different, although Mr. Lemon Shell's library seems to be a favorite. So, all right. So as we are calculating, just take a deep breath, hang out with your friends, and again, congratulations to all of you. I am very impressed with how today went, so thank you again. All right, so very, very close competition. So when I call your school name, come up here as a team and get your trophies. We have 2 people coming up here to hand out trophies. And just a reminder, all of you will receive medals, but unfortunately they're not here today. They're still in Minnesota because of the snowstorms. So those will be delivered to your schools in the near future. All right? So in 3rd place, we get a little drum roll. In 3rd place with 775 points, Lila Davis Elementary. Lila Davis, come on up. Sorry, the drum roll was a bad idea. I reflected on that. Davis Elementary, come on up here, guys. Good job. Good job. Let's bring our sponsors up too. I know we have a couple sponsors. I think Suncoast is here, Foundation is here. In 2nd place with 825 points, Skycrest Elementary. Come on up here, gentlemen. Get your picture taken with all of our sponsors, school board and superintendent. All right, and in 1st place we have a traveling trophy. And so last year's winner, can you remind me who last year's winner was? Was Safety Harbor Elementary. So that stayed at Safety Harbor for the whole year. It'll now go to this school for a year. So in first place, with 1,025 points, the book drones from Lake St. George Elementary. Come on up here, gentlemen. Paparazzi. All right, I'm gonna get Lake St. George to stand right here. We're gonna do one more picture. I was requested to ask all the gentlemen to come up with our sponsors, with our school board and superintendent. All gentlemen who competed, come on up here. We're gonna take a picture in the front. I don't know. That wasn't my idea. Back to your seats for one more second. Back to your seats for 1 second.
It's for Battle of the Books for
For
them
next
to
year.
continue their reading journey. No, those are from Battle of the Books for this year, so they can
Okay.
keep their.
All right, gentlemen, back to your seats for 1 second. I like the sportsmanship. All right, last announcement I have for you. Ready? One more announcement. So, on your way out, to continue your love for reading, there's books out here that are on the battle of the list, the battle of the books list. So on your way out, I want you to get a book on your way out, and there's also a drawstring backpack for you on your way out. Again, let's give all these gentlemen a huge round of applause. You all did an amazing job. I'm so proud of you. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our teachers and our media specialists. And we really want to thank you and continue the love for reading. On your way out, get your book, get your backpack.